and then we'll stay in, Birbhum down, that is what they call it, Vishnupur, where this thief stolen the scriptures of Srinivas, Narottam, and Samananda, the Birhamdev. So we're there.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Maharaj. Dhanavad Pranam.
And then one night we'll in Ekachakra. Another night in Ramkeli, Group Sanatan's meeting place with Maharaja. And then finally we come to Jharkhand. From there, come back to Nasir.
Do they, all those places have a place to stay at Dharamshala?
Yes, we planned like that.
Okay. How many people are going?
60 people.
Huh?
60.
Oh,
60.
Oh.
big party.
So this tour is under preparation, but not yet announced.
And you're going by bus?
Bus, yes.
Maharaj, I'm recording this, so should I not have that since you haven't announced?
Not so much important. Acharya Maharaj wanted to have Godmandal Parikrama. He was telling me to organize it. But somehow, the corona came and like that. It could not happen. Maybe this year it may happen. By the grace of Guru Bhargava. And if we can do that, it will be very nice actually. People are going to Vrindavan and all these places, so also we should visit Mahapurush Associates place. Without Mahaprabhu and his associates.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad.
Namaste, Swami. Namaskar. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Give
Krishna.
me something.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Give me something.
আমি যে ଚାଲିଛି ଭଲ ଅଛି ବହୁତ ଟିକେ କାମ ପ୍ରେସର ରହୁଛି ମାନେ କଲେଜରେ ବି ଘରେ ବି କିଛି ଅଧିକା ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ଗୁଡାଏ ନେଇଯାଇଛି ମାନେ ମନା କରି ହଉନି ମାନେ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ହେଇପାରୁନି ତ ସେମିତି
She's saying
ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ
she's getting a lot of pressure on the job.
ମାନେ କେଜାଣି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ହୁଏତ
You
ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ
can say English so everybody understand.
Yes, I have actually taken so many assignments. I can't say no to people. So that is a problem. And apart from teaching, I am the NSS program officer. I am the add-on course coordinator of the college. I am the head of the department. I am the Jhankar convener, folk dance society. I am the academic excellence committee member. I am the NCUA deputy coordinator, non-collegiate. So I don't know why. Like I have asked, somebody asked me to check the paper. That I also can't say no. I have to submit the question paper for the exam. I don't know. I just leave everything on God. That whatever comes on my way, if I am not able to say no, you are responsible for that. I am no way responsible. So I just took it on the faith of God. I don't know. So
You're busy.
So I just hope everything will be fine and God will take care. Many things I just leave on God to decide because I have nothing to do. So He will decide for me. I simply follow the rules. And a seminar also part of my daily, and yoga regular classes also going on, that also 6 to 7 p.m. that I have taken because I want to change the mindset of the young generation. So something if you have to do, and you have to take the responsibility, and you cannot throw the responsibility on others because you have taken that, you have said yes to that. So that's why I have taken another God to help me out. So I have a faith.
Have you seen our conference, upcoming conference website?
Yes,
You
yes,
see?
yes. Twice I have seen, and
Which one?
not getting time. Recently, what you have posted, just whenever I have time, I just go through
I
that.
posted? Which one?
I no, posted on this group, recent ones.
No, this conference is a science conference. We are
No,
doing science.
no,
We sent
Swami.
a chat window. You can see on the chat window.
Yes, I can see that. I'll see that.
We are doing the science and scientist conference.
Okay, so I'll see.
Difference between natural intelligence and artificial intelligence.
Okay,
Do
that
you
is
want to contribute a paper for that?
for me.
Yes.
Yes, I can. Please don't ask me. I'll not say no. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Yes,
You know,
yes, I
Govinda
can give.
Maharaj, our Gurudev, he used to also say always yes. Whatever everybody says, he used to say yes. And then he trapped for, good purpose in that way because of that quality. When some devotees went to his place in Nadan Ghat,
So I started reading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu today. I got some time that I have some books on Chaitanya
I was
Mahaprabhu.
I was telling about Govinda Maharaj this quality that he used to not say no to anybody, to say always yes. And some of the servitors of our founder Acharya, the Sridhara Maharaj, went to his place where he was practicing medical science, homeopathy, under a doctor. And then he was playing Mridanga. He asked them, "Can I play?" And they told yes. At that time, some of the devotees asked him, "You play nice Mridanga. Why not you come and join the mutt?" Then we said, "Can you join?" Yes. He said yes. And then he just thought that they're making joke, but they are very serious. They want to take him with him. Yeah. He made a plan that if I say, if you can take me tomorrow, then I will go. Otherwise, I will not go. Because he's seen there was a small banner. There it is written, they are going back after a few days. So he knows that they will not be going back tomorrow. He told, if you can only take me tomorrow, then I will go, otherwise not. Then actually, when they said like that, they told, yes, tomorrow we are going. Actually, in between, some of them planned to return back. Then told, tomorrow you have to come. Then he is being forced to come. So saying yes is also having some good, benefit. Always saying yes. So you may be trapped in, Krishna's plan.
Yes is good, but yes is also difficult. That I don't know. I was listening some other day. There is one Swamiji called Dandapani. So whenever I used to have problem, any kind of problem, stress or anything, I used to listen many people. So I sometimes I listen to you also. Sometimes I listen to Sadhguru also. So I keep on trying to resolve the problem. I don't know, so many distractions. So I don't know whether I'm doing right or wrong because I'm not able to finish the things. Before I finish, something else is coming. So I'm trying to end something, then something else is coming. And I don't know who is deciding, whether I'm deciding all this or God is deciding, I don't know. But whatever comes in my way, I used to take it. I never say no. As I said that one ministry project, they asked me to do something. I said yes. So then
Krishna
that
says, Krishna saying in Gita, Sarva Dharman Paritijya Mamekam Sharanam. Give up all duties, surrender to me. Can you say yes to that?
yes, that is of course is there. That's why I'm saying yes, because what I'm doing ultimately done by the God only. So I'm no way. If I am a human being, I can't do so many things. But if I have a strong faith on that power, I surrender myself, then I can able to do that. So otherwise, humanly, it's not possible. So if I have to say no means I will go for another desire, set of desire. Maybe I'll look for a comfortable job. So that teaching assignment is sufficient because I'm a government employee and nobody is going to take my job if I think that way.
The government
So
servant.
yes, government servant. So whether people are doing, there are people who are not doing anything. So that also I don't know. But I feel whatever I'm doing, I am doing for the sake of God only. I'm just a kind of instrumental to something. Otherwise, I can't do. There is a force behind me, and that force and faith, trust factor always works. And I have a faith on God, Krishna, any God you can say. I have a faith on that. I have multiple gods in my house, and I see that one single God within that. So it's I have a faith, strong faith. That's only helps me. I have many experiences of life, and some bitter, some painful, some pleasure experience. But always listen to God, whatever. So ultimately, whatever I'm doing with the instruction. As I said, otherwise it's not. And people have faith. Students have faith on me, and ultimately they are looking for that. I'll not misguide them. And I feel guilt only when I do something wrong myself. So I have decided two things in my life, that I will never think bad about others, and if possible I can help someone if possible. So that is, and positivism. As I said that no negative thoughts I allow. So whenever some stress comes, I listen music, and I love to listen the prayers, and all prayers, all sort of prayers, Jagannath, and then Hanuman, and all Sivji, everything I whenever I have, and that I got some kind of strength from that also to move forward. So that way life is moving. That is my experience of life. So somewhere, so that is what, if Krishna asked me to surrender, so I have already surrendered. So there is no point, like whatever best as a human way I can do, I am doing. So rest is on God, because whatever is happening because of Him. Even we can't move a single leaf also, so we can't create anything. We are just the instrumental to His instructions. I don't know, Swamiji, you must have a transcendental experience, but whatever I'm sharing, I just having some empirical knowledge, that experience I used to have. Whenever I'm a difficult state, I used to cry whole night, and not in front of any human being. but in front of God. And I share with him. So then after 1 hour or 2 hours, I'll be fine. Everything goes away. Then I come to, so I always create different states of mind. So that is what life. So I feel that Kierkegaard, I bring sometime Kierkegaard when he said that always we look for the state of pleasure. We always think that happiness is always good. And if say that is the thing, then why can't you take pain also as a state of joy? That when death comes, we always take it negatively. And Kierkegaard says, why can't you take death as a state of joy? And that is also very important. Always, one should be very realistic. If there is pleasure, then there is pain. And if there is no pain, there is no pleasure. So that way life goes on. So, and it's, I always used to tell my students, it's also not very, it is such a difficult state. Asceticism, practice of asceticism is such a difficult state. And don't think that people who are doing this, but you are leading a comfortable life, but you can't even leave one day your house and go for that state. So as much as possible, whatever I have learned from myself and from some gurus, so I used to spread. I want some kind of always having a positive state of mind and be happy wherever you are and try to create a state of positive atmosphere. And I don't believe any sort of ideology. I believe on multiple ideologies, and whosoever speaks positive things, I used to take it, and that way I apply. I learned many things from others. So whatever I am today, I am because of the so many people, blessings and blessings of God. Otherwise, you think of coming from a small town. My father was a teacher. He was a mentor for me. I've seen him not doing any kind of wrong things, and whatever sanskar we have got, we have received from the family first, then from the teachers, guru, then from society, the people, even the people who criticize us also, in a way they are also friend, because they are the people who used to tell you about your negative things. So that also criticism always I take, because philosophy teaches us to accept criticism also in life. So that way I have established, coming from Odisha, establishing. I've never changed myself, though I have stayed in Delhi.
Last time we were asking about Mirabai. Have you understood the difference?
Yes, yes. That is the first question in Vedanta, whether it is Bhakti Vedanta or it is Advaita Vedanta. So see, I know the answer, but when it comes to practice yourself, very difficult. Telling others is a easy thing, but coming to your life and
What is
applying
your
it,
understanding? The difference between the devotion of Mirabai and Radharani? Last time we were asking. No?
I didn't get it.
What is the difference between the devotion of Radharani and Mirabai? You asked the question last time.
But yes, 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 I got it. It's a very beautifully you explained, and that is a very clear picture. That I had a wrong impression. So, but I got that clarity, but though not very convincingly, but somehow I find that your explanation of that thing is much better than my understanding earlier. So I had never thought of. I was thinking that the prem, Krishna prem, when we talk about Krishna prem, so Prem in any form is a kind of tattva, whosoever is doing. But when you differentiate these two, and then I got a picture, what the Mira's Prem was a something, a kind of desire oriented, and Radha's Prem was something that we can see more on Radha's Prem rather than going for the Mira's Prem.
Both were desires were there. And one desire is for satisfying one's own interest, and the other desire is to satisfy the absolute interest.
Yes, Swamiji, I agree that one is empirical form and one is a transcendental form. So one is very limited, individualistic, you can say egoistic. I don't know whether ego was there, because there also Mira also completely surrendered. That she was ready
Surrender
to
to her
take the,
own desire.
yes, yes, ultimately, uh, but then that is a faith. You can say blind faith, okay, but people have faith. Okay, so you see that when Abraham had faith, so Abraham was subjective, individualistic faith only. He is not talking about the faith of others. He is talking about my faith on God. And he said that if you put my karma on the basis of ethics, then you find that I am a murderer. But if you see beyond ethics and faith, then because God has asked me to do something, because I'm nothing but the messenger of the God. And if He has asked me to do certain things, I have to do. And if you see on the basis of faith, then I have not done any crime. So sometimes ethics, faith is higher than the ethics, and there is no need of ethics also. Like what Mira did, also the same kind of desire. We can say it is a but because you cannot study the mind of Mira, we can only give a kind of perception outside, that looking at the kind of things she is doing. But her experience is her experience, because that is a, in philosophy we said that phenomenological experience. You cannot study my mind. You can see from my appearance, you can say what I'm saying, from that you can make some kind of judgment. But what is going inside my mind, nobody can know. And probably there,
Krishna can know.
yes, Krishna, of course, Krishna can know.
He
But
Antarjami. He is Antarjami,
Antarya,
right?
yes, yes, Krishna can know.
Paramatma
Yes,
and Atma, there is difference. Paramatma means infinite consciousness, and Atma is finite. Atma cannot know what's going on in others' mind. But Paramatma can know.
yes, I agree there. Paramatma can know. But beyond that, Paramatma, nobody can know. So we can't say Mira's faith was,
Beyond Paramatma is Bhagavan.
yes. So as in Odia also we said, in faith we,
Mira was Yogi, no? You know?
yes,
Mira explained that Yogi. Banke Jogan Chali. You know that song? So we become
yes,
Yogi.
yes. Mira
So
banke jogan
why,
chali.
why she become Yogi? You know? A
No,
devotee is not going towards yoga, but why she becomes yoga? Because she is approaching Krishna or Absolute alone, without the associates. Thus, Paramatma is alone, without associates. If you see Paramatma, there is a photo you can find. Paramatma is shown with four-hand form, without any associates. But Bhagavan means he's having his associates. So Mira was approaching Krishna without his associates. Thus, she became a yogi. Yogis are meditating on Krishna because they want to only see. Their desire is more important. But in the case of devotees, the satisfaction of Lord is most important. That's why they're approaching Bhagavan, not Paramatma and Brahma. So Bhagavan means he is Lord with his associates. To go to that plane, you have to overcome
Once,
the
Swamiji,
finite.
I have a question.
Yeah, first let me finish this. First, you have to give up the what you can say finite approach to infinite. Finite cannot know infinite. If, the devotee never attempts like that. By his own ability, he wants to know or see or whatever. Never does like that. Devotee knows that he cannot, what you can say, approach infinite by his own ability. Thus, he approaches infinite through the, what you can say, help that infinite is offering to him. And that extension of that help of infinite comes to us through Guru Parampara. So the devotee, the help comes to us. So that's why devotion comes from devotion, bhakti comes from bhakti. As Puri Maharaja was explained also. Without bhakti, we cannot get. That's why we have to also, what you can say, here to speak. When we give some, what you can say, energy to that service of hearing, then what we speak that has also beneficial to us. That becomes kirtan. We hear and then we speak that, not what our ideas are. We may have so many ideas, but what the idea is coming from the above. Like there is like the path of Jnanis, mental speculation, and yogis is meditation. But the devotee's path is service. And that service comes, beginning of that service comes through listening. And from there, the higher forms of service, Navamida Bhakti. So that will manifest. So that you are teaching those things, your students.
Yes.
Are you practicing and teaching that?
Yes. No, I said whatever comes to my. I used to take 45 minutes class. The text which I have to teach, whether it is Sat, Kierkegaard, Heidegger, but 15 minutes I used to give some kind of relations, and that from the spiritualism, of course. So I used to whatever, like my ideas I said, I know many things are there, but which I might not have experience, as you are saying. So that way, the way you can give, I cannot give the same way. But try to little bit, because as I said, I don't have the much experience on the transcendental side. But try to, like whatever I said because I feel that there is God is there and He is helping me. I never read the books, many books. It's something comes from my inner self, and I just discuss with them. And as long as I said that teaching is a profession, problems are there, but if you see only problems, you can't resolve. And if negativity is there, so you can't do anything. So try to do, but I don't know whether I'm successful or not. But trying. And as I said that nothing is on my hand. If I'm sitting here and I'm associate with you people also, it's not I have done, but there is a force behind me. And see, that's why I'm here. So nothing is on my hand. So I surrendered to God for many things, and whatever I do, He helps me. So
Maharaj, are we having any meeting today or just
to me, you are saying something to me.
I'm asking to Puri Maharaj?
Yes, Maharaj can help me out. What I am thinking and doing is right or wrong.
If there's going to be any meeting.
Oh, what?
He's asking what you would like to do.
What I would like to do. Well, I could read the Prapanna Jivanamrita as we do on this day. Would you like to do that?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, we can, uh,
Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Satara Satya Sri Sripad Bhakti Rakshak Sridev Goswami Jai
Jai.
Sri Prapanna Jivanamrita. Page 167, text 49. Shastra Vihita Swadharma Tyagena Pi Bhagavad Bhajanameva Kartavyam Agyayaiva Gunandoshan Mayadhisthana Pisvakan Dharmam Samtyajya Yaksarvan Manbhajet Satama from the Srimad Bhagavatam. One must worship Lord Hari even if it is necessary to abandon scripturally enjoined prescribed duties to do so. In the scriptures of religion, I, the Supreme Lord, have instructed men of all statuses of life in their duties, duly comprehending the purificatory virtue of executing those prescribed duties, as well as the vice of neglecting them. One who abandons all allegiance to such dutifulness in order to engage in my devotional service is the best of honest men, or sadhu. So here the contradiction, the dilemma arises. Should you do your duty and get the credit for that? Or if you neglect your duty, then you'll get the punishment for that. Some bad results will come by neglecting your duty. And by following your duty, you will get good results. So here Krishna is saying, but I want you to give up all duties and surrender to me. So what is the decision? What is the ultimate decision one should make as far as performing their duties? Well, the only instance in which we can neglect our duties is to engage in devotional service, to surrender to Krishna, because that is the highest thing. Otherwise, we cannot neglect our duties. Neither do we have to be so attached to them that we forget what is our real purpose of life. Real purpose of life is to connect with God, to recognize His supremacy and our submissive position with respect to Him. Only in that instance is our neglect of duty permissible. Otherwise, it becomes a sinful activity. So this is interesting. Krishna has given whole of Veda. Vedaischa sarvam mahameva Veda, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. I have given all the Vedas, and the Vedas are full of instructions of what duties we should do and what things we should avoid. And then in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarva dharmam parityaja, mam ekam sharanavaja. All these duties that have been enjoined in the scriptures, they should be neglected in order to surrender to Him, if that is necessary. Doesn't mean to become irresponsible. The highest responsibility is to serve the Lord, to engage in His service. That is our highest responsibility, our highest duty. If you want to call it duty, it should not actually be called duty in that case. Service to Krishna is not a duty. If it's performed as a duty, then it becomes non-devotional. Becomes a kind of mechanical process, a vidhi bhakti. But Krishna wants us to surrender to Him in raga bhakti, spontaneously. But how do we do that? How do we know we're surrendered to Krishna or not? Everybody can say, I'm surrendered to Krishna. But what is the indication that one has actually surrendered to Krishna? Maharaj?
The indication is that Krishna's devotees are satisfied. It is told that Guru is the most expert servitor of Krishna. If Guru is satisfied, then Krishna's satisfaction is inherently there. The surrender is the wish of Krishna that is manifesting in this world through Guru Parampara. That will, if we can surrender to.
Yes, our service to Krishna should always go through the devotee. If we are acting under the direction and guidance of Guru, then we can say what is our service to Krishna properly. We must always keep the focus, the center, on Guru, on Vaishnava. We are not directly in connection with Krishna, but we are in connection with His devotees, His servants. And to serve the servant of Krishna, that is actual devotional activity, devotional service. Otherwise, we are simply speculating, mental speculators. Whatever comes in our mind, we think that is Krishna. No, we don't have that kind of connection. We have to go through Guru. And this is what our acharyas teach. Dasu dasanudasa, servant of the servant of the servant. Prabhupada used to tell, if you love me, you have to love my dog too. If you don't love my dog, then you don't really love me. So the devotee is the dog of Krishna. We have to love the dog of Krishna if we actually love Krishna. He won't be happy. We won't have proper connection without that realization. So, anything else you want to say, Maharaj?
No, Maharaj.
Okay. So the next, it says Sarva. Down. Yes, that's it. Sarva Jiva, Sarva Jiva Vataranam Apyatma Swarupam Swayam Rupa Rajakishore Eva Sakala Swarupa Vritti Rasa Samhara Madhura Bhavena Shruti Smriti Hita Pati Devatadi Nishta Padityagenaiva Tat Krida Putalakaya Iva Jivai Kama Rupanugatena Bhajaniya Nikila Kleshat, Dustarasura, Samajapati, Putradi Bhaya, Sarakshishya Eva. Tasmat Tvam Udavat Sojya, Chodanam Pratiko Chodanam. Pavritin cha nivritin cha, Shotavyam Shrutam Eva cha. Mamekam Eva Sharanam, Atmanam Sarvadehinam, Yahi Sarvatma Bhavena, Mayasya Yakutobaya. From the Srimad Bhagavatam. The original form of the Lord is Rajakishore, the adolescent cowherd boy of Vrindavan, and he is the soul of all souls and of all incarnations of God as well. Actually, forsaking the Vedic and allied scriptural injunctions of allegiance to husband and venerable personalities and by the demigods, one should, as the soul's pursuit in divine consorthood, the natural aggregate of all devotional mellows, follow the path of aspiring for union with that transcendental cowherd exclusively for his transcendental pleasure, and serve him in pure devotion like a play doll in his hands. He unfailingly protects one from the fear of all tribulation, demons, society, husband, son, and family. O Uddhava, totally abandoning the precepts of religiosity incited by the Vedas and corroborated by the Smriti scriptures, rejecting all injunctions and prohibitions, either well known or yet to be known, take exclusive refuge in me, the soul of all beings, Sri Krishna, the sweet absolute. When you can do that with every mellow of your heart, you'll be situated in my heart and thus not threatened from any quarter. So this is saying in a more elaborate way that the giving of your heart, all of your heart to Krishna, is the process of highest development of the highest love of Krishna. But again, this must be done under the guidance of Guru. It is very important. Many people think they can take up this process on their own, and Mirabai is in that category also. And they develop this. They become very popular as great devotees of Krishna. But we don't accept that. Vaishnavas don't accept that as real devotion. Real devotion must come under some direction, some connection with the accepted saints, those saints who have proven their divine nature through their writings, through their conceptions that are in accord with the other great devotees. And they're always under the direction of some guru, never independently. So this is the criterion we also establish for ourselves and for others. And this is told here in the books of Srila Sridhara Maharaj. So although these things are said like this about relation with Krishna, we know that that is a general instruction, a general idea. But the real followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu know the teachings of his intimate associates and know the teachings of what they are saying as far as a very close connection with the Vaishnavas and doing things according to the way they have understood and developing in a very fine way, careful way, that relationship with Krishna that is genuine and real and not just some mental, imaginary thing. If one wants the real thing, there is a real process for attaining that. And that is given by Gurudev and the Vaishnavas and the tradition of Rupanuga Varga. Maharaj, do you want to say something?
No, Maharaj.
No?
You want me, Maharaj, to say something?
Huh?
You want me, Maharaj?
Do you want him to say something?
Yes. Yes, say something.
Sri Maharaj, sometimes it is very difficult for different individuals to understand the things that have been given in the scriptures. So, scriptures or even that is coming through sadhus, because all have different, degrees of supremacy. According to that, they can understand. And Mirabai says, and others, even in India, there are so many people that think themselves devotees because they think that devotion means that makes them happy. That is the general idea they have. But in the case of Mahaprabhu's, teaching, so these, so explicitly express the highest conception in this world, which was not so explicitly given by other incarnations. The Lord has fulfilled his very long, suppressed or the desire that he wanted to distribute these things. A long time he wanted, but somehow it's not distributed. He came to distribute that, and he and his associates so openly, expressing this highest, mood of satisfying the absolute in the devotion, and that to do under the satisfaction of absolute is only possible through the servitor or the servitor, conception under the best servitor, associates of the best servitors. So that is very difficult for people to understand. They don't have, that security yet. So generally, people are like Bhakti Thakur is saying, even a bacteria is a devotee, one such Vaishnava, because it is getting some taste. The worm is also getting some taste in what it is eating. And that is also coming from Krishna. But what degree of Vaishnavism or the devotion they are practicing, what quality, so that is, great differences.
Mm. It's very easy for us to become delusioned. We're in Maya now. Somehow or other, we have come to this world of Maya. Even going to Krishna, we can get in Maya. Trying to develop devotion to Krishna can also be a delusionary. Even our relationship with Krishna can be delusionary. We're so subject to delusion. Even our relationship in trying to establish a relationship with Krishna can be illusory, because that is our nature. We are subject to illusion always, because why? We are very finite, very small. What can we think? What can we know? So it's very hard to establish proper relation with Krishna. Therefore, Guru is necessary. And guidance is necessary. We need that. It's not so easy to come to connect with the infinite. Not very easy. And so this process of Sadhu-Sanga, Gurudev, Guru Parampara, has been given to us to help us and caution us to take a very careful approach, pure approach. Make sure that our illusory tendency is checked in every possible way. Otherwise, if we're content with some illusory connection with Krishna or whatever, no problem. You can have that. But that is not the Vaishnava teaching. Vaishnava, how to establish a real connection. And there is a very substantial truth knowledge connected with this thought of the Vaishnavas. They're not some easily, what they call sahaja, mental speculators or things like that.
Sentimentalist.
Sentimentalists. They have the greatest knowledge and the deepest study of these topics. And to involve ourselves in that, deeply involve ourselves with that, requires the connection with those who are real practitioners of the devotional life. Requires substantial connection and reading carefully and practicing carefully. And then we can get the real thing. Otherwise, you won't get it. There'll be delusion in trying to connect with Krishna as you are in trying to live in this world. Because that is our nature. And it's only when we realize how very fragile we are, how fragile this whole existence is, and how helpless we are, and how much help we need, that we can make progress in a proper way, and in an actual way, substantial way. So although these flowery words of the Vedas and the scriptures are there, we must be careful to have proper conception through Guru so that we don't become misled. Think though, oh yes, I am a devotee of Krishna. A devotee of Krishna, a real devotee of Krishna thinks, there is no way that I am a devotee of Krishna. I haven't got that kind of connection. I don't have that kind of purity of heart, purity of mind. I don't have that. I would only be fooling myself and others if I thought otherwise. So devotee is very careful and very earnest in his desire to know what is what, especially in regard to these higher things. These are the highest things that have ever been thought about by the human being. So certainly we need the help of those who have made progress in that direction before us. Much study and much consideration, much meditation, and as much connection with them as possible in order to make sure that we are going in the proper direction and getting the result that we were actually looking for. Otherwise, it's too easy to fall into the delusory energy again, even when trying to approach God.
Maharaj,
Yes?
can I ask one question? So I'm just curious as to, like, someone that thinks they're like Mirabai, that thinks they're a devotee that's going directly to Krishna, or thinks they have that connection, and what might their destination be in that sense of their progress? Would, like you're saying, would it be that they're just in that illusion?
Shanta Maharaj told this before.
Say,
Shanta Maharaj was saying that because Mirabai is approaching Krishna alone, she's actually approaching Paramatma. She's not approaching Bhagavan, because if we approach Bhagavan, it means we're approaching God, Krishna, with his associates, but Paramatma has no associates. So Mirabai is having the destination of the yogi. That's what Shanta Maharaj told earlier.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear properly.
So it's like a yogi. He was
not only Paramatma, but a specific aspect of Paramatma called Vasudeva. Paramatma has 4 aspects. Vasudeva is Krishna alone. So one who's approaching that Krishna alone is called Vasudeva. Paramatma has four aspects. Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarshan.
Can you, Swamiji, can you just explain what are these four aspects and how they are related to different kinds of types of devotions?
Well, as given in the scripture, Vasudeva is, what is that?
Vasudeva Sarvamiti.
Huh?
Vasudeva Sarvamiti.
Anyhow, I don't remember the exact meanings, but Pradyumna, I think, is in mind, and Aniruddha is intelligence, Sankarshan, will, or Vasudeva's will. I don't remember now exactly the designations of each, but something like that. They each have to do with the powers of cognition, cognitive powers in some way. Cognitive, emotive, and willing powers, depending on whether we're motivated by any of these states within our own self. If we are very willful, or we are very thoughtful, if we are very emotional, it will depend on these things that will put us in touch with the different aspects of Paramatma. Maharaj, do you know?
First, no,
We couldn't hear you, Maharaj.
because I don't remember now, Maharaj.
Yes.
Actually, in Sankarshan is like forgotten that. Check.
Anyhow, basically, that's the idea. That different states of consciousness that we are in, we will connect with Paramatma according to those most prominent within our own self.
Whereas Paramatma has also different aspects. Like one aspect is like witness, and another aspect is also assisting the jivas who are very sincere. So those who wants to engage only in karma, so is only as a witness in avoiding them, the results. But if somebody is very sincerely aspiring for guidance and direction, then the Paramatma is also manifesting as Mahanta Guru. So if the Guru is manifesting as Mahanta Guru.
Like in Ramakrishna Paramahansa or Ramanujacharya, if we go for that Bhakti Vedanta, they said that Bhakti is one stage and Prapatti is the highest kind of Bhakti. So the word used by Ramanujacharya is Prapatti, is the highest form of Bhakti where you surrender to God. जैसे स्वामी जी बोल रहे, so what unless and until you come to the state of devotion with say proper guru, then you might miss the lines. And so bhakti is different kinds of bhakti. Like there is a conditionality, and there is unconditional, jo like agape and eros, conditional and unconditional. And I think when we go for surrender to God, Krishna Prem jo hai Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so there we find a kind of unconditionality is there without.
Shuddha Bhakti.
Yes.
Shuddha Bhakti. There are different types. There's Gyan Mishra Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti, And there's also something called Gyan Shunya Bhakti. And that is Shuddha Bhakti. Gyan Shunya Bhakti. So these very difficult ideas, because how do you get this Gyan Shunya Bhakti? Means without knowledge. Bhakti that surpasses knowledge, that doesn't require knowledge. Anyhow, there are different types. So the subject is very broad, very intricate, what we're saying. And therefore, the proper teacher is necessary to get through that maze. Otherwise, it's not so easy as we otherwise might think. But there are many sentimentalists, many people who are satisfied with that. But the real Vaishnava does not compromise. Anyhow, Maharaj, I think that will end. I'm going to end. If you want to continue.
No, Maharaj.
No? All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Sahu, Kanda Priyaditi, Chaitanya Puru, Adityananda Puru,
and Uma.
Umadas is not here anymore, huh?
Jai Maharaj. Jai.
Swamiji,
Jai.
Yes, Dr. Sahu, you said so?
I said we must, whenever we are doing this discussion, we must end with a prayer of
Yes.
Krishna Prem. So we must end with a prayer.
What prayer did you want to end with?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. We say,
There is a song is there that Swamiji must be saying that song. What is that? कौन कहता है भगवान सोते नहीं. So that is a song. Or there are many prayers are there, so we can end with that.
okay.
That's a suggestion. And
We simply say, Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai.
yeah.
That means that all glories to the assembled devotees. And all glories to the worldwide devotees. Jaya Vishnupad Padmahamsa Paribraja Kacharya Satana Sata Sripad Bhakti Rakshak Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Bhakti Santa Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.